Welcome to Abu Dhabi Emirate Enlightened. In the heart of the Arabian Gulf, sitting on the north side of one of the largest islands lining the Gulf Coast, is the United Arab Emirates. A federation of 7 neighboring emirates and Abu Dhabi, the capital and political center. Over the last 30 years, the cities of Abu Dhabi and Dubai have placed the UAE on the world map. But it was not always like that. Throughout most of its history, life in Abu Dhabi and the surrounding regions was an unending battle for survival against the harsh air conditions of the desert. For generations, the simple way of life of the sparse population remained largely unchanged, even up until the mid-20th century. This is all in stunning contrast to the futuristic skyline of Abu Dhabi today. It plays a major role in the development of the entire country and is among one of the most modern cities in the world.
Seeing is believing. You can read a book, you can watch a television program, and that will give you a feeling about a place. But you cannot beat being here. When you come here and you first land here, you will feel the difference. You will feel the hospitality, you will feel that you are most welcome, you will feel the friendly atmosphere, and of course, you will be seeing something different.
The country, whose economy was originally based on regional and local trading, was transformed dramatically by the discovery of oil in the 1950s. Ruler Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan consistently used this oil revenue to provide Abu Dhabi and its citizens with the finest infrastructure, facilities, and services that make for a dynamic location.
Abu Dhabi is a world-class petroleum province and has the knowledge that comes from that. It's also a welcoming investment community with good regulation, good business environment. And it also has the right infrastructure. It's got the right people, it's got the right communications, and it's got the right regime. It's a really good place to be. I think Abu Dhabi represents a very good place for growth prospects because it still has a very strong base of knowledgeable investors who are looking for opportunities both regionally and globally.
Today, the UAE holds nearly 8% of the world's proven oil reserves and has the world's 4th largest natural gas reserves. Its liberal foreign policy and openness to investment makes it a major global player. Abu Dhabi is by far the biggest oil producer in the UAE. It controls almost 90% of the total oil output capacity. The emirate has also managed to double its proven oil reserves in the last decade through major increases in rates of recovery. Abu Dhabi has been successful at new finds, especially offshore, in discovering new oil-rich areas in existing fields. The Supreme Petroleum Council oversees the petroleum industry. Its directives are carried out by ADNOC, the state-owned Abu Dhabi National Oil Company. ADNOC was established in the early 1970s to operate in all areas of the oil and gas industry. In less than 3 decades, the company has steadily broadened its activities throughout different subsidiaries in exploration and production. It is also focused on support services to the oil and gas industry. One example of ADNOC's subsidiaries is Fertil.
Fertil is producing ammonia and urea products, and this product is used for agriculture and as cattle feed as well. The ammonia and urea plant use a feedstock of gas, and that is the methane gas. We are very proud that we are doing a noble business. The product we are producing is used for the benefit of the nations.
Increased domestic consumption of electricity and growing demand from the petrochemical industry has provided incentives for the UAE to increase its use of natural gas. It is also increasingly important both for export and for meeting demands from power generation and water desalination plants. At the current rate of utilization and excluding any new discoveries, these reserves will last for over 150 years. Almost 92% of the country's gas reserves are located in Abu Dhabi. The main reservoir ranks among the largest single gas reservoirs in the world. Abu Dhabi handles all its gas production through joint ventures with international companies. It is the only Gulf oil producer to retain foreign partners on a production-sharing basis. Oil companies from Japan, France, and the UK, among others, have ownership of almost half of the energy sector in Abu Dhabi. As part of an ambitious plan to expand its energy sector, the UAE is planning to make a major investment in petrochemicals in the next few years. So it's no surprise that Fertile has high ambitions too.
The urea production is very important for the nations, and this is very much understood by the government, and therefore I'm confident that there will be expansion and we are going to enhance our production. For the time being, we are producing around 0.64 million tons of urea, and we are aiming in the future to increase the capacity to around 2 million tons per year.
A multi-billion-dollar program of investment is also underway in the natural gas sector in the UAE.
There are going to be various oil and gas projects in Abu Dhabi. There is going to be petrochemical projects. There are going to be natural gas projects, whether they are for the electricity demand or the industrialization of the Emirates of Abu Dhabi.
The single largest investment is the Dolphin Gas Project, a joint venture with Qatar. 51% of the project is owned by the Abu Dhabi government. The project was launched in the late 1990s, following an announcement by the UAE and Qatar of plans for a joint venture aimed at transporting gas from Qatar's huge reserves to industrial consumers in the UAE, Oman, and other countries. Dolphin is intended to provide a framework to stimulate investment in a variety of related industries throughout the value-added gas chain. Economic forecasters predict that the UAE's demand for gas will double over the next decade. Enthusiasm about the prospects of Abu Dhabi is not difficult to find among its investors.
Abu Dhabi is a great place to do business and a great place to live. It's based on the oil industry, and it's been here for the last 40 years, developing its oil industry credentials. Its investment community is knowledgeable and open. It's a welcoming community to come to. The regulatory system is built right for the business. It has good investors. It has good teams who serve it from North America, from Asia, and from Europe. It's a wonderful place to live. It's got everything you need.
Coming up next, finance. For more information, visit www.us-television.tv.
At IPIC, the International Petroleum Investment Company, we invest in the hydrocarbons sector outside of Abu Dhabi. We have major investments in Korea, Austria, Spain, Scandinavia, Pakistan, and Egypt, and actively seek new opportunities to expand our portfolio.
Investing in global oil and gas industry assets, returning exceptional value to shareholders. The mission of Abar Petroleum Investments Company, the first publicly listed company operating in the oil and gas sector in the Middle East. Abar is geared to respond rapidly to emerging market opportunities from around the world. Abar purchased UAE-based Dalma Energy in 2005 and Singapore-based Pearl Energy in 2006, giving it a strong portfolio of drilling and exploration and production assets. Its public listing on the Abu Dhabi securities market in 2005 garnered the largest ever IPO oversubscription in the Middle East. Based in Abu Dhabi, Abar is the partner of choice for the petroleum industry and is poised to become the leading public pan-Arab petroleum business in a dynamic sector with high growth potential. A premium investment opportunity for individual and institutional investors in the UAE and abroad. Open to joint ventures and partnership opportunities. Abar Petroleum Investments Company. It's time to take a look. ADNATCO is the Abu Dhabi National Tanker Company, transporting oil products globally, safely and securely, with concern for the environment. ADNATCO is well experienced in transporting crude oil, refined, petrochemical and gas products, plus dry bulk sulfur and polyethylene on its own fleet. Shipping for ADNOC and other international oil majors, always ensuring priority to safety and environment. ADNATCO is a global shipping specialist.
Helping farmers around the world grow their crops. Our role at Fertil in Abu Dhabi and the United Arab Emirates is increasing global food production. An ADNOC company, we use lean gas supplies to manufacture urea for fertilizers. Winner of multiple awards for environmental awareness and health and safety issues. Fertil, committed to green development for an expanding global population.
At IPIC, the International Petroleum Investment Company, we invest in the hydrocarbons sector outside of Abu Dhabi. We have major investments in Korea, Austria, Spain, Scandinavia, Pakistan, and Egypt, and actively seek new opportunities to expand our portfolio.
Having concluded a world record-breaking IPO, Abar has rapidly built a portfolio of drilling, exploration, and production assets, including the UAE's Dalma Energy and Singapore's Pearl Energy. Already, profits and scale of operations have doubled in 18 months, and Abar aims to become the leading pan-Arab oil and gas company. Abar Petroleum Investments Company. It's time to take a look.
For more information, visit www.us-television.tv. Modern technology, solid regulation, and improved competition have driven customer choice and service. Banks in the UAE are classified as either local or foreign. There are currently 25 foreign banks operating in the country. Among the local banks, 4 out of the top 5 are partly owned by the governments of Abu Dhabi or Dubai. The trend of banks in the UAE moving away from government-originated business to retail and investment banking is expected to continue. Growth in retail banking has been strong, with many banks offering more attractive services to customers. Mortgage lending is a new growth sector as the property market booms, and a number of banks are also now active in leasing. The burgeoning bond market is also expected to give investment banking a boost. Based on centuries of tradition, Islamic banking has become globally popular over the last 2 decades. Islamic banking is based on Sharia law, which forbids riba or interest in favor of profit sharing. 250 financial institutions worldwide already provide Islamic banking services. The UAE and Abu Dhabi have become a global center for excellence for Islamic banking. Located in the central north of the UAE, Abu Dhabi is the capital of a coastal country. Numerous islands and lagoons provide an ideal environment for the abundance and growth of living marine resources. Before the discovery of oil, the people living along the coastal regions of UAE depended on the sea for their livelihood. With the discovery of oil, however, the country witnessed great economic and social changes. It goes along with a growing consciousness about the need of environmental protection.
We are very keen to keep UAE clean in all aspects that come under the environment. We're looking at the sustainable development, at the new energies that keep the air clean. Each Emirates have its own environment agencies or departments. There are many laws, many regulations have been passed, and those laws and regulations for preserving the environment in different aspects is being followed up.
Over the years, a number of government organizations have been established with the role of studying and protecting the environment.
Federal Environmental Agency work as an arm for the Ministry of Environment and Water, and of course we are working together in order to reach our goal, which is the protection of environment and preserve the environment of the UAE. Of course, we have very fast development, and it is hard for us actually to deal with such development and in the same time keeping our resources and environment as we wish. By using our regulations and the strategy and the guidelines, we will ensure the sustainability of the environment.
It is a continuing showcase to highlight how this forward-thinking emirate is trying to inclusively focus minds and energy towards a sustainable and forward-thinking path to success.
There are a lot of measures taken to improve the environment and provide a safe and healthy atmosphere in the country. The emphasis on this issue is given by the President of UAE, so that gives us about the importance of this issue for the government.
We're very aware of the need to meet high environmental standards. It's a core focus of our business. We have strong interaction between global players and the national oil companies, and that allows us to continually define and refine the standards that we need to meet for environmental protection. And that's very important to us long term.
We cannot really exist without caring for the environment because, as you know, all of what we do is coming out of, the natural resources that we have. And we are living here, so we have to take care of the environment, not only meeting the rules and regulations, but also we believe that the onus is on us to be good citizens.
As one of the Middle East's most cosmopolitan capitals, the emirate is home to more than 100 nationalities, and property is at a premium in Abu Dhabi. Also thanks to a strong performance in all sectors of the economy, along with a growing local population and liberalized policies, a real estate boom has taken hold in Abu Dhabi. Recent changes in property ownership laws and the incredible amounts of liquidity floating around the emirate have ignited this real estate sector. With some property markets around the world weakening, attractive prices and government support for the real estate boom have brought investors from throughout the world to the UAE's real estate sector.
It's better for investors to come here, to see things by themselves, to check and to invest. Real estate is one of the most important sectors they can invest in. Real estate, take it from housing until the high-end real estate, hotels and other businesses like shopping malls, hotels, compound, golf courses, whatever related to real estate. So the government here gives everything to people, local people or foreign people, but they have to come with prepared studies.
Experts predict that the far-reaching changes in the property sector will lead to Abu Dhabi being one of the most exciting emerging real estate markets for the next 5 years at least. Coming up next, education. For more information, visit www.us-television.tv.
At IPIC, the International Petroleum Investment Company, we invest in the hydrocarbons sector outside of Abu Dhabi. We have major investments in Korea, Austria, Spain, Scandinavia, Pakistan, and Egypt, and actively seek new opportunities to expand our portfolio.
Investing in some of the most exciting hotel, retail, and real estate projects in the UAE. Al Farida Investment. Our hotel, retail, mixed-use and financial projects include the Sheraton Jumeirah Beach Resort and Towers, the Sheraton Khalidia Hotel Abu Dhabi, Al Ain Mall and Sistema Italia Business Centre. We welcome new international partners to undertake new, exciting projects. Make it the UAE and make it Al Farida Investment. Castle's hotel apartments are ideally located just 20 minutes from Abu Dhabi Airport to the heart of the city, with 150 rooms and suites. Castle's hotel apartments are the perfect place to relax and rejoice, both for businessmen as well as families. Castle's Gantoot Hotel and Resort is located just 25 minutes from Dubai Airport, with 85 spacious rooms and suites, 3 large lounges for conferences and weddings, with luxury and a superb panoramic view of the beach. Castle's, simply the friendliest. Al Farida Investment, your dynamic, fast-growing investment partner in Abu Dhabi. Already, we're the largest agent for Italian business in Abu Dhabi. We follow a diversified investment strategy: hotels, malls, leisure, retail, mixed-use developments, and financial investments. Our investments include the 5-star Sheraton Jumeirah Beach Resort and Towers in Dubai, with 256 luxurious guest rooms. The 5-star Sheraton Khalidia Hotel, Abu Dhabi, the address of choice for business, which has a boutique character. Al Ain Mall, one of the best in the country, featuring its own ice rink, bowling alley, 4 cinemas, children's play area, and food court. We manage our investments, as well as developing and managing real estate projects, hotels, and malls. We would like to form new international partnerships, such as the ones that made us the partner of choice for Italian business in Abu Dhabi. Al Farida Investment is your #1 bridge for business and investment in the UAE. Al Farida Investment. Let's see what we can achieve together.
At IPIC, the International Petroleum Investment Company, we invest in the hydrocarbons sector outside of Abu Dhabi. We have major investments in Korea, Austria, Spain, Scandinavia, Pakistan, and Egypt, and actively seek new opportunities to expand our portfolio.
For more information, visit www.us-television.tv. From the earliest stages of its development, the government of the UAE realized the importance of the country's youth to its future progress.
The expansion in the education sector has been very rapid from the inception of the UAE. And our founding father, Sheikh Zayed, God bless his soul, went to the extent where he was paying student money to attend school, because we came from a society where their parents depend on the children to help them, whether it's in the desert or in the fishing or herding their animals. So it was a challenge to get all the children into schools. That's why our late Sheikh Zayed had provided allowance for every student who attend the school. That encouraged the parents to send their children to school.
Education has historically been promoted by the government, which has always provided free education for UAE nationals and offered a wide array of curriculum options for the many Abu Dhabi-based expatriates.
The time has changed now. We have to concentrate on quality. On quality and the challenge of meeting the needs and requirement of the ever-changing world around us and advancement in knowledge and technology. We are going through a very thorough review of the quality of education we provide. We do this through many ways, either through bringing experts to evaluate our system and try to try to gain accreditation and recognition by international recognized institutions, because we are completely aware that our future will depend on the quality of education we provide to our children.
Today, every village in the UAE has its own primary school, and a number of secondary schools in the cities offer boarding facilities to ensure that a greater percentage of the population have access to education. There is also an extensive private education sector.
Private sector, as it were, in the UAE is bigger than the government. They have more students in the private sector in schools from KG to 12. There are many more universities than the government is providing, and we welcome good, reputable universities from all over the world to provide the education for the people who live here.
There's a strong focus on computer literacy and on English language teaching in higher education in order to equip young Emirates with the necessary skills. Generous grants are also available for those wishing to study abroad. Although much has been achieved in education, the country is not resting on its laurels. The government recognizes that continual investment is required to ensure that graduates are properly equipped to enter the workforce and assist in the country's development.
We are now have finished our strategic plan to implement and emphasize on education, and we are determined to create a knowledge-based society. We understand and realize that our existence, our prosperity, and our safety will depend on the quality of education we provide to our students. And we had been through a very detailed review of trying to identify what would be the need of the country and the society and the world as far as human resources is concerned.
From education to finance, founded in a sustainably aware climate of energy riches, new opportunities are opening up every day in one of the world's most high-potential, business-friendly, and progressive cities.
Economic future, I think, is very strong. Abu Dhabi is one of the largest, strongest state in the UAE. It's clear for the government to frame the businesses here in terms of a governmental business or the private sector business. We are one of the largest, as you know, oil reserve countries. Economy is very strong, and I think it will last for a quite long period of time.
Thank you for watching Abu Dhabi Emirate Enlightened. We hope we have given you an impression to the past and present of this dynamic emirate, the capital of an already booming country that looks set to be on course to a future that is even more enlightening.